Alright, excuse me. Hello everyone, this is Crota coming at you, giving you game 1 in a series between Xiaoxi and Tho here on, I think it's at Ancient Isle. Anyways, let's go ahead and just jump right into this. I'm kind of pressed on time today, so I will be trying to, well, you know what, if I am pressed on time, why don't I just go ahead and speed up to the 8 speed and get straight to the action. You can see Xiaoxi has spawned as the red Night Elf player on the bottom right. Meanwhile, on the top left, we have Tho spawning as the purple human. Human against Night Elf here in this matchup, and it is going to be a Mountain King first coming out from Tho. Tho opening up with a Mountain King. Meanwhile, a Warden first coming in from Xiaoxi, and I am very, very interested to see how well this Warden does. Many times an Archmage is chosen by the human player. That is why the Demon Hunter is extremely common. But Xiaoxi has really been leaning towards this Warden style opening. Now the Warden is very useful early on, and you can even double her up with a Panda as well, and all of a sudden you have very, very strong AoE. The problem is going to be spell breakers coming in from the human player. Now, an interesting point of note right now is that the Mountain King was the primary hero, so we shouldn't be seeing any sort of Archmage and very likely lower amount of casters in this next matchup. Now, what's going to be happening here, the Warden, still sitting at level 1, did not get a Shadow Strike off, and really needs to be getting off to level 2. You can see an Ancient of War is being built off to the north. There's one Ancient of War there, and is Xiaoxi perhaps going for Huntresses? Yes, he is going for Huntresses, a very, very aggressive Huntress approach, and this is going to be that 1.2 build. Alright, let's see, Footman now coming back around. That Mountain King is still sitting at level 2, has Gloves of Haste. Could be very problematic here as the Footmen are still wandering around. Alright, the Warden trying to do a little bit of creepjacking here, and there are just so many Footmen here that the Warden can't really engage freely. Add in a bunch of militia, and this is not looking good for Xiaoxi. Xiaoxi just needs one easy kill though, as there is a Wisp. We may see a detonation there. Yeah, there's a detonation onto the Mountain King. Really can't detonate any water elementals in this matchup because of the way things are. And now we will see level 2 on the Warden. Now the Warden getting very, very high up here. Are we going to perhaps see a Fan of Knives? Oh, there is the Shadow Strike. The Warden does not get the experience, I believe. I believe the Mountain King gets it. Yes, the Mountain King did get the majority of the experience there. The Shadow Strike just was not enough. And even with the Time Life adding in a little bit of extra damage, didn't help all that much. Boots of Speed now picked up by the Warden, and the Warden is one of those heroes that can afford to sell that Scroll of Town Portal because it inherently has Blink. Alright, Huntress is now going to be joining in on the fight, and this is always very, very interesting. When you see a Huntress join in on the fight, you know that those Footmen need to run just a bit more. Reason being is that the Huntresses have that bounce damage. Now, what's going to be happening next is, are we going to perhaps see the Huntress? Is it going to be able to Shadow Meld? No, it is not. But the Huntresses are still coming in 2 by 2. Alright, Huntress is going down, taking on a lot of units, and now the Warden, very low on hit points, now blinks away, will be able to back off. No Shadow Meld right there. There are 3 Huntresses now, as the Warden needs to somehow lick her wounds and go back into the action. Meanwhile, we can see that there are 3 Huntresses here, dealing 16 to 18 damage. That is very significant, especially when you add in that additional bounce. Alright, the Huntress is now perhaps going to be going after some other units. There is that extra bounce, especially on normal damage, and that is going to add up extremely quickly. Mountain King is there. There is a Stormbolt, and the level 2 on the Mountain King really causing problems, as that 5-second stun on units just too much. Xiaoxi has really given up a lot of units, and what's going to be happening here as the Warden now comes back into the mix. Alright, there is a Shadow Strike. It looks like that unit will get taken down. There's a Dust of Appearance as another Huntress will get taken down here. No Fan of Knives that I see, as more Huntresses still coming in. Alright, there was another hit there, and we are going to see damage just starting to slowly add up. This is a definite problem. That Mountain King trying to chase, and it doesn't look like the Warden is going to fall here. It could get very, very low, but all it is going to take is a blink to quickly get the heck out of a bad situation, as the Huntresses are now once again backing away. So far, 3 Huntresses, but we are going to have number 4 and number 5 join in on the fun here in just a second. We are still at Tree of Life, but this dual Ancient of War still training up double Huntresses all the way across the other side of the map to try and put down pressure. Mountain King Mountain King may be able to get off a Stormbolt there. What's happening? This one very low hit point Huntress did not get away, and now the Huntresses are actually losing the fight against Footmen, which is not very common. Without Riflemen, without Water Elementals, normally Huntresses win this fight. It's just been the fact that that Mountain King has had mana throughout the battles, and I think that's going to be the big issue. All right, they're waking up the creeps again. A lot of denial right there as the Footmen come in. There is another Shadow Strike, and a beautiful denial again. And the Mountain King has constantly been denying units. All right, let's take a look. Is the Warden going to finally get to level 3? It looks like there should have been enough experience for it. No, denied again. Tho has just been a denying machine, constantly denying. Level 3 on this Warden, finally gets it. But this Warden, I would not have been surprised if this Warden was actually supposedly much closer to level 4. All right, this Mountain King gonna be in a bit of trouble. However, the Mountain King doing such a great job for so long ends up falling. And there you have it. What a change of events as the Mountain King falls at level 3. The Warden continuing the pressure here. It looks as though the Shadow Strike is going to get his man. And now the Warden is making his way or her way off to the north. Meanwhile, let's look at the top here. We are going into Ancient Protectors. So a tower rush in transition here as the Militia are now trying to fight back. This could be bad news. That Ancient Protector looks like it could get taken down. No Wisp was left behind and no cancellation there as this Ancient Protector getting back up. All right, let's take a look. A guard tower now trying to be added. More Huntresses coming into position, and that Militia now coming in from the other side. What is that poor Militia doing? As this one farm could get taken down. It will get taken down, but the guard tower is now up. And that one poor Huntress will get taken down rather quickly. Mountain King looks like it is going to be repositioned down over here, or has been hired back up at the tavern, not at the Altar of Kings. You can see that damage onto that Ancient Protector as the Huntresses are now going after the Altar of Kings here. All right, a little bit of damage you can see there. Is this Ancient Protector? Yeah, Ancient Protector going up against a Footman there. And for some reason, the Footmen actually have Defend researched, even though the only unit that it's going to block attacks against is those boulders. All right, Warden now trying to catch up again. It looks as though there is a Shadow Strike onto that Mountain King. The Mountain King is slowed once more. Warden now perhaps going to run all the way back home, pick up a Staff of Teleportation, and then try and teleport back into the fray here. You can see the damage is starting to get added up there as another Footman going to get taken down. Is it going to fall? No, it is not. The Footman does not fall here, as you can see that this Mountain King at level 3, almost level 4. This could really be the game here. Are we going to see this Ancient Protector fall? Yes, we do. But now the Footmen need to run. All right, there goes another Footman. The Warden now sitting very close to level 4 as the Huntresses are now trying to take down this Altar of Kings again. All right, Huntress now chasing back that Warden. That Huntress most likely rallied to that Warden there. This one Huntress needs to, just back off. It is too committed to the cause, so to speak. And now we are going to go into the engagement here. All right, Huntress is now doing a little bit of a dance. So much damage. The Huntress now down to 22 hit points. Is he going to get away? It looks as though the Warden gets off another shot there on another low hit point Huntress, as the Huntresses are now just engaging against these Footmen. It is 2 bases to 1 in terms of economy, and that is the real reason why Tho is in this. Early strong Mountain King play now followed up with an economic superiority. Superiority. And as we're now looking at the Huntresses now backing off again. All right, no Altar of Kings, no Tavern Heroes possible. Tree of Life. We are still sitting at tier 1 as a new round of Ancient Protectors now being constructed. All right, the Arcane Tower could get taken down very quickly. In comes the Footman. as the Warden is still backing off here. There is a little bit of bounce damage. Those footmen actually taking a little bit of that bounce damage and actually interrupting their heal, as we are looking at the Ancient Protectors about 2/3 of the way through. This is going to be huge. If the Militia can fight this attack back, it is going to be enough. The lower hit point Huntress is now backing off. The Huntress is just backed up against their own wall here, as the Militia are in a great position to try and clear this up. All right, one Ancient Protector looks like it is going to fall. Two Ancient Protectors look like they're going to fall. There goes one. This one, oh, is it going to be up in time? It looks like it will, as the other Militia coming in from the other side. Beautifully done, as the Warden now sits at level 4. Warden at level 4 does not have Fan of Knives. I do not believe. There's a Shadow Strike, as the Mountain King now tries to get away. Oh, Stormbolt onto the Warden. No, that was a bash. Oh, who's going to win in this fight first? It looks like, oh, it looks like the Warden falls, and there is the GG. A very close game between these two players up until the very end. Xiao Shishi, if he had gotten that Warden kill, or the Mountain King kill, would have been back in it in an instant. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed game 1. Please stay tuned for game number 2.